Well, students, I just wait for the students, right? Good morning. In last classes, what we discussed? Electric field intensity due to an electric dipole on axial line and on equatorial line. And what is the relation between those two? We discussed in last classes. In this class, for the same electric dipole, electric field at any point due to an electric dipole we discuss. Well, what is an electric dipole? See, you know, a negative charge and a positive charge equal negative and positive charges minus Q plus Q separated by a small distance. We call it as a dipole, and the distance between the two charges is known as length of the dipole 2a and dipole moment. We know the direction of the dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge. That we know, right? This is a dipole moment P, product of magnitude of either charge and length of the dipole, Q into 2a. This dipole is given to you. Now, is it audible? Sound? Hello? Well, there is a point. This is center of the dipole, O. From the center, let P is a point. This, let us take this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C. The C is a point. At a distance R. If you observe this point C is not on equatorial line. This point C is not on axial line. If it is along this line, here it is, we say that it is on axial line. If you draw an equatorial line, if it is here, we say that it is on equatorial line. No, it is not exactly on equatorial line. It is not on axial line. It is at somewhere, any point you treat it as. Where that point is, it is at a distance R, making an angle theta with the axis. So C is a point making an angle theta with the axis, right? At this point, what is the field intensity? Our aim is to find out what is the field intensity at this point due to this dipole, right? So dipole moment is in this direction, from negative to positive. Okay. So what is dipole moment here? dipole moment P Q into 2A. We know the formula 2AQ or Q into 2A. It is a vector. It is a vector. Its direction is from negative to positive. For our convenience, this point, what I am doing is, just observe here. This is the given dipole. With the dipole moment, I represented with an arrow. But this is the center of that dipole, center of the dipole, O. From this, point P is here. Let us say somewhere point P is here. At what distance? Point P is at a distance or making an angle theta. Making an angle theta. For our convenience, as this is a vector, I am resolving it into two components. Listen clearly. I am resolving this dipole moment P into two components. One component is along this direction, making an angle theta. So one component is along this direction. Another component exactly perpendicular to this along this direction. So this dipole AB with the dipole moment P, as it is a vector, I resolved it into two components. One component along this line. This is the component. I call it as A dash, A1, B1. Another component exactly perpendicular to this, A2, B2. Another component A2, B2. Is this point clear? I divided this P into two components. One along this direction, one along this direction. Along this line, this is the component. Perpendicular to it, this is the component. So what is the dipole moment component along this direction? This is a vector P. This is the angle made with this component. So with which it is making an angle theta. That component is what? That component is P cos theta. So for this dipole component, dipole moment is P cos theta. Now what is the dipole moment of this component? For this component, this is P sin theta. P sin theta. So for this component, this is P cos theta. For this component, this is P sin theta. You may get it out. Sir, how did you write, sir? How can you resolve this P cos theta and P sin theta? Just see here. If P is a vector, if this is P cos theta and this is P sin theta, these are perpendicular to each other. If I take resultant of these two, resultant of those two, P square cos square theta plus P square sin square theta, it results what? See, P square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta. See here, cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. This is P square. It results P root over P square, which is equal to P. So if you resolve it into two mutually perpendicular components like this, P cos theta and P sin theta, if you take their resultant, it again gives P, right? In first year vectors we studied it. Resolution of vectors. This is horizontal component P cos theta. This is vertical component P sin theta, right? So that is used here. So this is P cos theta and this is P sin theta. Up to this clear? Okay. Now this is the point C, where you want to find electric field. Where you want to find electric field. Now this point, if I treat this one as a dipole, A1, B1, forget all those. Just take this dipole component A1, B1. Treat it, it is a dipole A1, B1, whose dipole moment is P cos theta. For this dipole, where this point is, this point C. So this is the dipole, this is the axis of the dipole. This point C is along its axis at this point. So for this component P cos theta dipole, it comes on axial line. Is it okay? So if you forget this one and this one, treat this one as a dipole. See where the point is it not along its axis? So for this dipole, this point comes on axial line. Okay. In the same way, forget this one and this one. See this dipole A2, B2. For the dipole A2, B2, it is like this. Where this point is? This point is on equatorial line of this dipole, right? Because this is exactly perpendicular to this. For this dipole, it is on axial line. For this dipole, it is on equatorial line. See, if you understand this point, everything is clear, right? Come on. Here, for dipole component A1, B1, A1, B1, point C is on axial line. Point C on axial line. So due to A1, B1, what is the field here? Due to A1, B1, field at C, I take it as E1. You know the formula for field on the axial line from our previous knowledge. What is the formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, P, generally we write, if it is a simple dipole, P, 2P by distance square. Here, for this dipole, what is the dipole moment? P cos theta. P cos theta. 2P cos theta. Right? By, what is the distance from the center of this dipole to this point? R. 2P cos theta by R cube. Is this point clear? For this dipole, it comes on axial line. So due to this dipole, what is the field at this point? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2P cos theta by R cube. Well, in the same way, for dipole component A2, B2, point C is on equatorial line. right? For A1, B1, it is on axial line. For component A2, B2, it is on equatorial line, right? Now, due to A2, B2, field at C, I take it as E2. I take it as E2. Okay? So, for this dipole, this point is on equatorial line, right? What is the formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P sin theta by R cube. Why P sin theta? For this dipole, what is the dipole moment? P sin theta. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P sin theta by R cube. Clear? Now, what are the directions? So due to this dipole, it is an axial line. So direction is away from that. So this is E1 direction. Okay. For this dipole, it is on equatorial line. We know it is anti-parallel, non-collinear. Anti-parallel, non-collinear. For this is anti-parallel, non-collinear, right? This is E2 direction, right? What is the resultant? See, this is along this direction, E1. For this is exactly anti-parallel. Parallel but opposite. Okay. Come on, draw this diagram. Sir, sir. Okay. So E1, E2. Is this clear? This one and this one are perpendicular to each other. Then these two also perpendicular. So what is the resultant? Resultant is in this direction. This is the resultant, right? Clear here, E1 and E2 are perpendicular. We have there the values of E1 and E2. When these are two vectors, if these are perpendicular, what is the resultant? E. Then resultant field at C. E can be written as root over E1 square plus E2 square, because these two are perpendicular, right? Root over E1 square, E2 square. Substitute those values. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p cos theta by R cube whole square plus E2 square 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p sin theta by R cube whole square. Right? Anything common in that? See here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p by R cube. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube common in those. Take them out. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube. Then what remains? In this 2 cos theta whole square. In this sin square theta. Okay. These two remain. Come on, simplify. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube. This can be written as 4 cos square theta plus sin square theta. 2 cos theta whole square. 2 square. 4 cos square theta. Sin square theta. Okay. Then what is the final answer? See. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. In this 4 cos square theta, I write it as 3 cos square theta plus sin square theta plus cos square theta. See here, in this 4 cos square theta, take 1 cos square theta plus sin square theta. Or we write like this. See, 3 cos square theta plus cos square theta plus sin square theta. Okay. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Well, then what is the final answer here? E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube P by R cube P by R cube. What remained inside? Root over 3 cos square theta plus 1. Root over 3 cos square theta plus 1. This is the required answer, right? This is your required answer. Don't worry, this is an entrance question, not for PU. Entrance point of view. This is very important. Okay. Somebody asking why this is 2p cos theta, sir. Why is 2? This point comes on axial line of this. From our previous knowledge, we know on the axial line, intensity is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 dipole moment by r cube. For that, dipole moment is p cos theta. So 2p cos theta by r cube because it is on axial line. Equatorial line, see, dipole moment by r cube. P sin theta by r cube. Due to this, right? Come on, note down. Now, at this point, that is the field. Next, I hope all of you took the screenshot. Next, Next on this, what question they ask? In previous entrance, what they asked is, what is the direction of this resultant? Let this is the resultant E. Let it is making an angle alpha. It is making an angle alpha with this E1. With E1, it is making an angle alpha, right? Direction of resultant. Direction of resultant. Well, here resultant E, resultant E and angle alpha with what? With E1. It is making an angle alpha with E1, right? Okay. If it makes an angle alpha with E1, what is the angle made by this E with axis? Angle made by this resultant with the axis of the real dipole, with the axis of this dipole, with this. What is the angle made by this? Right? See clearly. To this line, it is making an angle alpha. This line making an angle theta with axis. So first, this line is making an angle theta with axis. To this line, this resultant is making an angle alpha. What is the angle between this E and this P, this axis? Theta plus alpha. Is it not clear? With this line, this is making an angle theta. With this line is making an angle alpha. So what is the angle made by this E with axis of the dipole? Is it not theta plus alpha? Right? So from diagram, angle made by E with axis of dipole AB, with the axis of dipole AB is what? See there, theta plus alpha. This is asked in previous sentence. What is the angle made by this resultant with axis, with this axis, theta plus alpha, right? Next one. What is the relation? This is also asked in previous sentence. Relation between theta and alpha. Relation between this theta and this alpha. What is theta? Angle made by this line with axis. What is alpha? Angle made by resultant with this line. This alpha and this theta. What is the relation? See, observe here. This is E1. This is E2. How these two are? Perpendicular. And E is the resultant of these two. Okay? Making an angle theta. Theta with this. Make E, making an angle theta with E1. Okay? With which it is making an angle, it becomes adjacent side and another one becomes opposite side. Right? So what is adjacent side here? E1 is the adjacent side E2 is the opposite side. Okay. From this, can we write tan alpha? What is tan alpha? Tan alpha. From this, we know tan alpha, tan of this angle is opposite side by adjacent side. It is making an angle with E1, means this is adjacent side, this is opposite side. Tan alpha means what now? E2 by E1. E2 by E1, right? See, previously we wrote the formulas. What is E2? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P sin theta by R cube. What is E1? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p cos theta by R cube. These are the formulas just now we got. So cancellation. Then tan alpha is equal to what remained here? Sin theta by cos theta. Half 1 by 2 sin theta by cos theta. Tan theta. This is the relation between this angle alpha and this angle theta, right? On this one also we got the problem in the entrance, right? Come on, note down. Relation between theta and alpha. Tan alpha is equal to half tan theta. Clear? Next. See, by using this, we got the formula E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube root over 3 cos square theta plus 1, right? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube root over 3 cos square theta plus 1 E. How can we use it? See, our heading is electric field at any point. If the point is on axial line, how to change this formula? Point on axial line. Point on axial line. See, and point is here. C point is here. Point on axial line. If this point is on axial line here, what is this theta? This theta. This line comes like this. Theta is equal to 0. So on axial line, theta is 0. Take theta is equal to 0 there. What do you get? E axial. E axial 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube 3 cos square 0 plus 1. Cos 0 1. So what it results? This is 3 plus 1 4 root of 4 2. Then we get the formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by R cube. Is it not the formula we derived? So whenever this formula you have to find the field on axial line, simply theta is equal to 0, because when the point is here, the joining line comes like this, because this is point C. Okay. When the point on equatorial line, equatorial line, if the point is on equatorial line, see, point is on equatorial line here. What is the angle? Angle is 90, right? Point is on equatorial line. This angle is 90. Theta is equal to 90. Then take the formula and substitute it. E equatorial 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube root over 3 cos square 90 plus 1. Right? Cos 90 0. So this term becomes 0. So what results? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube. This is the result we got, right? So entrance point of view, for a short dipole, see, these formulas are for short dipoles. If you remember this formula, from this you can write formula on axial line, formula on equatorial line. But things to remember is, on the axial line, theta is 0. On the equatorial line, theta is equal to 90. Right? Okay. Note down. Well, students, tomorrow we continue. See, I hope that all of you took the notes and go through it today only. And uh, some problems are there in the exercise based on this. Try to solve. Otherwise, in the coming classes, we solve those problems. Okay? Entrance point of view, important question. Thank you. Sure. Tomorrow class, I do one problem on this topic. Today, time doesn't permit. Tomorrow class, we solve the problems on it. Okay?
సరే